All right, so I'm gonna put together a two-part series on the T5 transmission that is currently out of my 1992 Fox Body Mustang. I took the transmission out because I had a rear main seal leak. And for anyone that doesn't know, the transmission has to come out to change that seal. So while the transmission was out, I thought, should I, shouldn't I? I don't know if it's due for a rebuild. I mean, my transmission was by no means in dire straits, but second gear was getting a little tougher to get into. Fifth gear, if you were shifting out of fourth at a higher RPM, it was definitely getting hard to get into. And yeah, I mean, it's nice to do while the transmission's out, right? I mean, the transmission's not the worst thing to take out of your car, but it's involved, right? So anyway, I decided to go ahead with it. And while I did, right, I ran down the rabbit hole of, well, let's buy this and buy that and, you know, beef this up and beef that up. So I spent some extra money over and above the standard rebuild kit. And that is essentially what I want to talk to you guys about, whether or not I feel that spending this money is worth it, and or would I recommend that other people do it. So I guess I'm jumping on the grenade for everybody out there that's interested in doing something like this. Anyway, I will show you the transmission. I got it on the floor here. I'm just ready to put it on the jack, get it back underneath my car and bolt it up. So I'll talk to you a little bit about what went into this thing, and then show you a little bit of some video action while I'm putting it in. And then finally, I'll take you out for a drive with me and I'll give you my first impression, let you know if I think this is, like I say, worth you spending the money on it as I did. So here's the transmission. Right, so the T5 in all her glory, all shined up. Like I said, I did a full T5 rebuild kit on this. In doing so, I added carbon fiber synchros, first through fourth, which aren't too hard to come by, and then I also did fifth as well. So see if those made any difference. I also did steel billet input shaft retainer and billet steel cluster shaft retainer. Rattle can paint. I'm into this for about 750 bucks in parts. So I think so far, I mean, I'll let you know when I drive it, but so far money well spent. But yeah, the proof will be in the pudding as we drive it and see if things are smoother and or hold up. So I'll get you underneath the car with me here and show you this thing going back in. All right, so transmission's in. I will take you underneath here with me and give you a little preview of what's going on. So bolted up, got it in the cross member. Still got to hook up all my electrical connections, mid pipe. What else do I got here? O2 sensors need to go back in. Hook those up, speedo cable. Adjust my clutch, drive shaft. So got some odds and ends here still, but that's how it looks back in her home. Right, so while I have the drive shaft out of my car, I should also point this out to anyone that's curious about chasing down driveline vibrations. While it was out, I decided to take my drive shaft down to a local driveline shop that has it's kind of a lathe type system where they can high speed balance these. And I want to point out to you here that the front end of my shaft actually wasn't bad. These three dimples and this round mark, this is previously where my drive shaft weight was, and it's moved over here as per their balancing job. Now the back is a little bit more drastic. As you can see here, the three dimples in the round mark, that's where they knocked the old stock weight off. And it has quarter turn moved over to here now. So just goes to show you that these things can be out of whack right from the factory. Now I considered going aluminum drive shaft, but you know, $350 versus a $100 balancing job, I just thought was a heck of a lot more economical, and hopefully should take any sort of shake that I had out. I did have a minor vibration that I've been chasing for a little bit, so hoping this helps. Okay, we're back in. Mid pipe, trans. O2 sensors are back in. We are ready to throw the interior back in this thing. Right, so center console's back in, got my shifter in, all my interior bits and pieces. I had a lot of them out because I was painting them. And yeah, it all turned out pretty good. But yeah, everything looks good. Nice and positive, feels good. Loving this new console. And right, I was going to show you guys. So I put a wireless charger underneath where my cell phone is. It's mounted underneath this center console piece, and did so because you lose your ashtray and your 12-volt plug within your ashtray when you get rid of that old console. So wanted a way to charge my phone. Now I'll show you guys how that works. Close my door quick here so you don't have to listen to the dinging. But yeah, I ran it off accessory power, so I'll just turn my key back for you. There you go. Charging away. No cords. Yeah, it works out pretty good because no matter where you put your phone, it stays charging. You can see my green light's still on. But yeah, anyway, I did a full video on how I installed that, what I used. I'll try and link it in the video here. It might be at the end of the video. Still learning YouTube here, but yeah, nice little add-on. Anyway, let's fire this thing up and go for a ride, see how it feels. Okay, so here we are, first cruise. So far so good. I mean, very smooth, not forceful at all. Yeah, really nice. So like I mentioned earlier, I did a full rebuild kit. On that rebuild kit, Jesus, yeah, it's good. In this rebuild kit, I did carbon fiber synchros, 1 through 4, and then I added 5th. 5th is not typically found in any of these carbon kits. So I used to struggle to, not struggle, but 2nd was starting to be a little bit of a pull. 3rd was fine, 4th wasn't bad, 5th, if I was really on it in 4th, higher RPMs, and then wanted to go to 5th, it was a push, a really good push. Not anymore. It's not gonna work. We got traffic. A couple of the other things that I guess kind of stiffen up these T5s is the billet input shaft, right? We've got that. The billet cluster shaft retainer. Just to stiffen things up, right? I mean, from what I understand, these T5s flex a lot, and when you see the pieces, the stock pieces versus the aftermarket billet pieces, the difference is night and day. But yeah, I mean, I can't get over just how nice that is. I wasn't sure. I mean, that's why I wanted to do this video. Thought, you know, is this any better than the normal rebuild kit? Now, I don't have the normal rebuild kit to compare this side by side with, but I know what I was dealing with before, which was a stock T5. miles, 60,000 miles on it, which is, I would say, light for a T5. But yeah, I mean, this is unreal. Real good. So yeah, I mean, I guess the verdict is in. Like, that is night and day better than what I was dealing with. Totally night and day. Like, it just, there's no fight, no force, just falls into place right where you want it to be. Unbelievable. So yeah, I mean, in conclusion, go buy one. Get the carbon synchros, stiffen up your input shaft, your cluster shaft retainer. Do it. Spend the extra money. It's not a ton more. I mean, the difference between the kits is nominal. You've made way worse decisions, trust me. Yeah. Super glad I did it. So, thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate you taking the time to check out my video. As always, comment, questions, whatever. I'm very